When I was 19, I had exactly $47 in my checking account and a part-time job that paid me $11 an hour. By the time I turned 25, my net worth crossed $100,000. No inheritance, no lottery ticket, no crypto miracle, just a boring, repeatable system that anyone watching this video can copy, starting today. In the next 12 minutes, I'm going to break down the exact 5 stages that took me from broke to 6 figures, the mistakes that almost derailed me, and the 3 numbers I tracked every single month that made this possible. Stick around until the end, because stage 4 is the one nobody talks about, and it's the one that actually moved the needle the most. Let's rewind. I graduated with about $14,000 in student debt. I was working retail, living with 2 roommates, and my financial plan was basically hoping nothing bad happened. I didn't have some genius insight. What I had was a moment of embarrassment. I tried to split a $40 dinner bill with friends and didn't have it in my account. That was my rock bottom. Not dramatic, just quietly humiliating. That night, I opened a spreadsheet for the first time in my life. Not an app, not a course, a free spreadsheet. And that spreadsheet became the foundation for everything that came after. The first stage wasn't about making more money. It was about knowing where my money was actually going. For 60 days straight, I wrote down every single purchase: coffee, rent, gas, subscriptions I forgot I had, everything. Here's what I found. I was spending $260 a month on things I couldn't even remember buying. Small subscriptions, impulse Amazon orders, food delivery fees stacked on food delivery fees. I didn't cut everything out, I just got intentional. I canceled 4 subscriptions, meal prepped instead of ordering out 5 nights a week, and redirected that money into a separate savings account. That's over $3,000 a year, just from awareness, not sacrifice. This is the stage most people skip because it feels boring. But you cannot build wealth on top of a foundation you don't understand. Track first, optimize second. Once I knew my numbers, I built a $1,000 starter emergency fund. Not 3 months of expenses, just enough so one flat tire or one dead phone didn't send me into debt. Then I attacked my highest interest debt first. I had a credit card sitting at 24% interest. Mathematically, paying that off was a guaranteed return. Better than almost any investment I could make at the time. I used the debt avalanche method, minimum payments on everything, and every spare dollar toward the highest interest rate first. It took 14 months to be completely credit card debt-free. I know the debt snowball method, paying smallest balances first, works better for some people psychologically. Use whichever one you'll actually stick with. The math slightly favors avalanche, but consistency beats optimization every time. This is the stage that compounds the hardest, so listen closely. At 21, I opened a retirement account and started investing $150 a month into a low-cost, diversified index fund. That's it. Not stock picking, not trying to time the market, not chasing whatever was trending that week. $150 a month felt insignificant. It didn't feel like it was doing anything. But this is where most people quit, right before compounding starts to work in their favor. I also made sure to capture any employer retirement match once I had a full-time job. That match is free money. If your employer matches contributions and you're not taking it, you are leaving part of your salary on the table. By 22, I had increased my monthly investment to $400 as my income grew. I didn't do this by dramatically upgrading my lifestyle every time I got a raise. I banked the difference instead. Here's the stage I promised you at the beginning. You can only cut expenses so far. There's a floor, but there is no ceiling on income. Between 22 and 24, I focused less on cutting and more on increasing what came in. I picked up a skill on the side, freelance work related to my day job, and turned it into $800 to $1,500 a month in extra income. I didn't inflate my lifestyle with that money. Every dollar from the side income had one job: get invested or get saved. My day job income covered my life. My side income built my net worth. This is the multiplier stage. Budgeting optimizes what you have. Income growth changes what's possible entirely. By 24, here's roughly where things stood. Retirement and investment accounts steadily growing from years of consistent contributions. Emergency fund fully funded at 3 to 6 months of expenses. Zero high-interest debt. And a second income stream that kept growing. I didn't do anything exotic in this final stretch. I just didn't stop. The accounts that felt small at $150 a month were now compounding on their own. And the market did what markets do over long periods. It grew. By 25, all of it combined, investments, savings, and the equity I'd built, crossed $100,000. If you take nothing else from this video, track these three numbers monthly. Net worth, assets minus debts. This is the only number that actually matters long term. Savings rate, the percentage of your income you keep, not spend. Total monthly investment contribution, because consistency, not perfection, is what compounds. I didn't need a complicated system. I needed a repeatable one. I want to be honest, this wasn't a straight line. I panic sold a small investment during a market dip in my early 20s and lost money I didn't need to lose. I also went almost a full year without increasing my contributions after a raise because I let lifestyle creep sneak in. Nobody does this perfectly. The goal isn't perfection. It's staying in the game long enough for the math to work in your favor. If you're starting from zero right now, here's what I want you to actually do today. Open a spreadsheet or your notes app and write down every dollar you spend for the next 7 days. That's it. That was step one for me, and it's step one for you. If this breakdown helped, subscribe for more real, no-fluff finance content. No get-rich-quick promises, just the actual math and the actual system. Drop a comment with your current age and where you're starting from. I read every single one, and next month I'm covering the exact investment accounts I used, step by step. See you in the next video.